The JavaScript ecosystem is ever changing. In the package managers alone, we've had NPM, Yarn, Bun, pnpm, then many more as well. And NPM has been the default package manager that people have used for the longest time, and it makes sense. It's widespread, it does the job, but it's not necessarily the best one. And I think Bun or pnpm are better right now, and this is a never-changing battle between them. But personally, I'm using pnpm for basically everything right now, and I want to go and replace all uses of npm with pnpm. So the reason for this is pnpm is a package manager that works kind of like npm. It's a drop-in replacement, but it does things a little bit differently, which essentially result in your node modules folder being much smaller and not having quite as many dependent packages installed within there. And that's pretty handy. So we're going to copy the link to this, and we're going to come back to our application and start to replace everything where we've mentioned npm. So the example here is the README. We're going to change npm to install to pnpm install and npm run build to pnpm run build. We're also going to come up here and say we need Node.js, and Node.js comes with npm, which is why we didn't include that before. But now we're going to have to mention pnpm as well. There we go. We can look at the others as well here. So a gitignore file, we're going to come along and add a pnpm. I'm not sure what the file is called. We'll find out in a second. I'm going to come along here and say this needs to be pnpm run dev. Our lint command in our GitHub workflow, we're going to make use pnpm. The cache, we're going to make use pnpm as well. And in solo, we're going to tell it to use pnpm. In our CI jobs, we can't just tell it to use pnpm install here. We actually need to add a little step. So we can set up pnpm using this pnpm action setup script. And that's going to just make sure the pnpm binary is available within our CI to be able to use that later on. And if I come back here as well, after setting up Node, we can do the same thing. Just has to be set up somewhere before we run the pnpm install command. Now that we've done that, that should basically work. What I'm going to do is clean this up a little bit and open the terminal and run pnpm install. And I've already run this behind the scenes, so you can see it's worked. But if I remove the node modules folder, and if I remove any pnpm lock file, this is the file I was looking for. If we remove those, we can run pnpm install and see that it's going to download and run all of these packages for us and build up node modules. And if we can run pnpm run build or anything else, it's going to go compile our assets just like it would have before. The only difference now is it's using a different package manager, which is going to be a little bit more efficient, which is nice. And you might not care about the size of your node modules folder typically, but as soon as you start shipping multiple versions of your application to a server, for example, if you have like a red-green deployment, we've got multiple available on the server at once, or maybe you're bundling your applications up into a Docker image to be able to share and run easily, then suddenly you start to care about saving, maybe potentially 100 megabytes here and there, depending on how many packages you've got installed and how much stuff is needed. It can make a big difference later down the line.